Why you wouldn't survive in the Roman Empire? Probably. I feel like that's probably me.
What do you mean you're out of breadsticks?
Freshly grated Parmesan, sir.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, very good, sir. Just say when. All right, but it's gonna be a while.
Oh, no, 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 no! Here we go again with the witch and such. You really should have taken better precautionary measures. Oh well, this time you're being lobbed into ancient Rome, a civilization that, apparently, is always on the mind of any male over the age of 20. But for you, you'll get to live it. Or at least try to. Let's see what you're capable of, shall we?
What do you mean you tried to? What does that mean? Huh? So you think I'm not gonna survive? I'm telling you, I'm gonna survive. I'm him. I'm gonna survive, bro.
You arrive in the year 250, right in the middle of the ominously named Crisis of the 3rd Century, a tumultuous time of terrible turmoil, which began a wild...
Okay, before we get to the actual video, let's be honest. What is bro wearing? What is this? This is like, what is this? This is like a bear skin that's wrapped around his body. Not gonna lie, between these two, I'm gonna go with this one. This one looks, he looks tough. He looks tough. So put that bitch down and put that man back up there. Like, come on. He might be wearing like little shorts, but he looks tough though.
Back in 235 after Emperor Severus
Damn.
Alexander was assassinated. Classic Roman emperor move. After being confronted by Germanic invaders, he, with some influence from his mother, came to the conclusion that violence was not the answer. Instead, he would pay off the invaders to frig off back home. What a great idea, Severus thought. It was not. In response, Emperor Alexander's most trusted military generals didn't appreciate seeing potential funding go to would-be invaders. So, they made a direct deposit of a knife into the emperor's neck, with interest. With him out of the way, the Roman Empire kind of fell on hard times, as empires tend to do when their emperors are killed off. New emperors were coming and going like one-night stands. The military became fractured and weakened thanks to countless civil wars.
What is this? What am I looking at over here, bro? Did they even try to blend into the damn ground, like the grass? My nigga, you can see them from a mile away. Holy shit, bro. They didn't even try to like, oh my god, they didn't even try to like blend in with the grass, bro. There's no way, bro. I promise you, I guarantee they died. Look at them, bro. They over here not even blending with the grass.
Struggle for power, and divided empire states took their chances at yoinking some lesser protected land for themselves. All really chaotic stuff, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, here you are, smack dab in the middle of Rome. Actually, you've landed in the Amphitheatrum Flavio, but you might know it as
Look,
The what? Oh, okay.
Actually,
You try to pronounce this.
Amphitheatrum Flavio.
Amphiphilum. Okay, bro, I promise you. Whoever named that, bro, I promise you, you're stupid. I'm not gonna
But you
lie.
might know it as
Who named?
the Colosseum.
a spectacular stadium of spectacle where performances like dramatic theater, gladiator battles, and prisoner executions, among other things, took place across hundreds of years. But thanks to defunding and failed upkeep because, yeah, the Empire's in crisis mode, events were a lot more rare in the Colosseum during these times. So you're probably good to just leave and... Oh, that's a big guy. You can tell by how big he is. Just look at those muscle veins, the chest hair, the menacing look.
We're not gonna go over the fact where bro has like a bunch of hair down below his area, bro. We're not gonna go straight past that, bro. Come on, man. I swear these videos be weird as hell. Just get weirder and weirder.
Terrifying. Let's see what he has to say.
Alios me provocaria audit
I don't know what you just said.
Uportet legere verba.
Oh yeah.
Unia bebera. Von Robert.
Okay.
Elite Fintelst.
All right.
Oh. I'm picking the Manscaped 100%. I was legit I saw him already picked it up, but I'm big into Manscaped, bro. I'm telling you, we gotta shave down there, buddy. We need some. You need some shaving. So we're gonna have to shave down there a little bit, buddy. We're gonna do it.
All
for you.
right. Let's advertise. Rule 1. The first strike is always precise. Rule 2. The second strike always finishes smooth.
Fagilesut vera. Esse sentiu. Omnido. Ineluctability. Ceres.
What language is that?
Oh, well dang, those are some
Bro, you just shaved the whole man's balls and you're over here gonna lick it, bro. You're weird. You're actually, you're weird, buddy. Yeah, well, you're weird.
smooth moves you got there. That was a pretty decent fight with a pretty decent loot drop. But now we have to shift from fantasy to reality. The struggles of ancient Rome were very real. Disease, poverty, and constant war were a
So damn, the ancient in the Roman Empire in ancient Rome, they getting jumped by angels, bro. What is this? Like, bro, no way an angel actually came down there and actually jumped them, like actually fight them. Man, we getting jumped by angels now? Oh my god.
daily concern. Do you think you can handle a day-to-day life during one of the most difficult and dangerous times of the Roman Empire? Not like that, you
Yes.
You have to remember that witch interrupted your spaghetti dinner, so you're gonna need to find some food.
Are you having trouble trying to keep up with your professor? You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works. Let's say I'm
The Roman diet.
Traditionally, the Roman diet consisted of a variety of fruits, vegetables, grains, and meats. But you're in the middle of a crisis which includes agriculture. This means that food supply is on the fritz. Some farms have too little water, some farms have too much water. This is too much water! Even fewer have it just right, so food's getting a little scarce. Thanks to widespread civil wars across the empire, many regions have also had their trade routes disrupted, so what little food choices you have are restricted to your immediate area. This of course led to mass malnutrition across the empire, well, mainly for the poor anyway. Thankfully, the capital of the Roman Empire is able to provide some basic sustenance, for a price. So what's on the menu? As for vegetables, you have some choice of greens, parsley, peppers, cabbages, and celery.
If I'm eating all these foods only, and these are like the only food I'm going to eat, like if this is like the only food I'm going to eat, I'm not gonna eat these. I'm not gonna lie. Who wants to eat greens? Nobody likes this, bro. And I don't even know half of these names. I think like probably like one or two. I don't know. But I'm not actually eating these. I'm not eating these vegetables. No, I ain't eating them. I'm good. I'm gonna starve to death.
Asparagus and watercress and artichokes and lettuce, which is all right for just a quick bite, but you're a dude who needs better food to set you right. Maybe a fig, or maybe some dates, some apples or cherries or peaches or grapes. Breads for sure. There's some here.
Grapes, yeah, grapes. I can do. Grapes, I can do. I can devour grapes in less than 5 seconds. I'm telling you, I'm very.
Don't get your hopes up if you're looking for some meat. Weather and war have fucked up the supply, so these are pretty much all your choices, my guy. Beggars can't be choosers, but I beg you to choose. Survival is the game that you don't want to lose. And if you're looking for a drink to imbibe, have some watered down wine. You should also subscribe. Sorry,
No.
got lost on a rhyme scheme there. Anyway, time to make a purchase. Luckily, you have some gold from your previous altercation, and it's plenty to get you by for now, but it doesn't buy what it used to. See, the emperors, in all of their untold wisdom, needed money in the coffers to pay off incredible debts from beefing up the military and keeping peace with foreign entities. In order to do that, they chose to, among other things, devalue the currency by minting coins with lesser and lesser composition of precious metals. This inevitably caused rapid inflation, which is disturbing from both an economic and a fetish standpoint. Hey son, you watching more of them funny history videos? Go to your room. Since you have the cash monies, time to consume some nutrients. Problem is, you're an outsider, and unless you're fluent in the dead language of Latin,
How bad was the bathroom in Rome? Because I think in history class I remember like my teachers talking about something like they said they have to like build like a little seat and stuff like that, and then like the poop is like the poop goes straight through all the way to the ground, and then that's just like people like have to like actually like pick it up and clean it because sometimes it'd be like too much that be going all the way up. So I think is that really how they do in Rome?
But you try to communicate with what little knowledge you have of the Latin language. Wingardium Leviosa? Well, that didn't work. You go up to the next vendor and instead just point to what you want. Why speak when your money can do the talking? Name is pecunium. Yeah, thanks, you too. Alright, now you... Oh no. Your body isn't used to consuming all that ancient food. Looks like you need to go do some business. In a bit of a sweaty, stinky panic, you manage to find a public restroom. Ugh, it reeks in here. Don't these people have any sense of... Welcome to the Forica, also known as the community turlet. Several holes carved into long, cold marble slabs.
I'll tell you, that's not a big hole for me. I know I need a bigger hole. For my butt hole, I need a bigger one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I actually can't sit there. No, it's not enough. Like, nah, yeah, that's not enough. That is not enough.
Perfect for slamming your ass on and expelling your evils. Usually hooked up to a public bath, excess bath water would run along the floor to flush away your densely digested duty poos to a public sewer system. If you were lucky enough to have it actually attached to one. Sure, you could be like them rich folk with their own private bathrooms, but you're not. So instead, you have to make bears with the bros. You're gonna have to get real friendly, cause as you may have observed, there's no toilet papyrus to speak of. No, instead, you're gonna have to ask Claudius here to share the community wiping tool.
Oh, you telling me they go around sharing this thing, bro? Bro, you guys are nasty, bro. Do you know how many what's the word? Oh crap, what I was gonna say? A disease on this mug, bro. You know how many diseases on this thing, bro? Oh, you're nasty. You guys are straight nasty, bro.
It's just a sea sponge on a stick. Once you've done cleaning your nethers, be sure to rinse it off in the shallow trough in front of you for the next guy. That's just common courtesy.
It's still disease though.
Being a public bathroom and all, you could expect that these places were not the cleanest. You'd be correct. Excessive buildup of waste not only led to...
Yes, I can already tell. And look at all this: excessive bone waste, disease, parasite virus, and meth hygiene buildup. Look at this. Look at this.
widespread disease, but also dangerous levels of methane. Ugh, Claudius, light a match, dude. Let's try the bath instead. Public baths in the Roman Empire, called thermae, were actually pretty sweet. Available to anyone who wanted a nice, refreshing dunk, these bathing complexes were a social gathering spot. They included exercise areas, steam rooms, and sometimes even libraries when you want to read a side book. Problem is, you're in a stagnant bath that doesn't get cleaned all that often, and hundreds of Romans use these baths every day. Not to mention the fact that there isn't a bar of soap in sight. Romans didn't have soap. Instead, cleaning was done with this monstrosity, the strigil, a bronze tool.
Am I lost in the head or am I tweaking? That's a sponge? So you telling me that's a sponge? Bro, my nigga, you want me to cut myself? What is that, bro? What am I supposed to use with that? But that's not no sponge, bro. Sponges are supposed to be soft. That's a whole ass weapon. That's a machete. Nigga, that's a machete. That ain't no sponge. That's a machete.
Used to scrape off the days or weeks' grit and grime. Just be a little cautious when using it. In order to smell nice, Romans would apply scented olive oils all throughout their nooks and crannies. Now everyone's all slippery and oiled up, so watch your step. With all of that muck just soaking in the water, it's debatable how clean you actually got. Looks like all the Christians are moving in and telling everyone to cover up. What losers. Anyway, let's shimmy on down the road. Just keep your eyes to the skies for any other citizens who are emptying their festering chamber pots into the street. It's gonna be raining cats and logs. Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna be catching some sort of...
disease.
I'm sure you won't be surprised to learn that an overcrowded and filthy city tends to be riddled with disease. Just look at modern LA. When it came to ancient Rome, the most common diseases were influenza and tuberculosis. as well as some STDs, but you're a good person who's waiting for marriage or proper emotional or monetary compensation before you explore that route, right? Right. So despite these common diseases, Rome would often be smacked in the face with various plagues. The term plague here meaning big, bad, unknown disease that killed a lot of people. They were plagues, just not the plague. This one is the Plague of Cyprian, named so after the Bishop Cyprian who wrote about the plague in fine detail, especially the symptoms. He wrote that the plague caused exhaustive diarrhea, a swollen and sore throat, constant vomiting, bloodshot eyes, loss of infected and putrefied limbs, paralysis, deafness, and blindness. All of these symptoms add up to one dead fella. Because of the bizarre symptoms, which don't point to any one known disease,
I just know the ancient Rome is just like just a bad place. Like holy, I just know diseases be all around the places. Oh my god. That's why I don't think I could ever survive in the Roman Empire ever, bro. Because with all that disease spreading in the air, I don't think I can ever survive. I just don't think so.
in particular, historians are still unsure what this plague actually was, but some suspect either the Ebola virus or smallpox. Regardless, the Plague of Cyprian devastated the Roman Empire. At its height, the plague was estimated to be killing off about 5,000 Romans a day. This crushed the Roman military, opening up opportunities for possible invasions, which of course would crush the Roman military even more. Local farms were abandoned, and since trade routes were still cut off due to internal clashes, famine became the new hot commodity. Entire cities saw rapid declines in population, the most notable being the city of Alexandria, Egypt. It sustained a 62% drop in population between the years of 249 and 262. This was caused by citizens either fleeing or dying, or both. So it looks like tons of people are leaving Rome. This can't be good. You're also down to your last few gold oh, yeah. Crime's a thing. Oh well, I'm sure that guy will get what's coming to him.
Stop!
Now you're just straight up out of money.
Damn, bro. All bro said was stop, and then now bro's on the damn cross. Holy, bro. Rome, I swear, Rome just had no remorse for mercy, bro. Okay.
Looks like you need to get a job. And you know what's hiring the most right now? The military. So you go up to a local guard and you ask them to join. I join as militum? Yeah, sure. Success! The guard gives you a quick once-over to make sure that you're cut out for the job. In order to join the ranks of the Roman military, you needed to meet some criteria. You must have been at least 5'7", between the ages of 17 and 23, and physically fit. Oh yeah.
I gotta be 17, and I gotta be 5'7". Dude, I have every single requirement. Like, I know I'm strong as that. I'm swollen as F too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got little muscles right there too. I'm really swollen.
And a guy. Sorry, ladies, you're not allowed to die for the Empire, just with it. Welcome to the military. Now, when you imagine a Roman soldier, you might think of this kind of a guy. This is a centurion, a highly trained and high-ranking.
My guy ain't swollen. Who is he? That guy fat as hell. Oh my god. You can see his belly sticking out of his damn armor. Holy. Oh, yeah.
Commander, which is something that you'll never be. Instead, your aspirations should be lowered to that of a typical foot soldier. Sure, it's not as glorious, but these were the muscle of the Roman military. After months and months of rigorous and extremely taxing training, including combat and unit formation, you'd been given the privilege of being javelin fodder for the Roman Empire. Here's your complimentary gear, generously provided by the taxpayers. Your primary weapon is your trusty gladius, a 24-inch steel short sword. Your secondary is your pugio, a wide, flat-bladed dagger for when you want to remind your enemies of personal space. You're also given a pilum, a pretty sweet javelin, and it does this. Pretty neat, huh? It was kind of designed to be a one-and-done type weapon, used to pierce enemy armor or get stuck into shields, rendering them useless. Typically, a pilum weighed about 2 to 5 pounds, so they were pretty easy to lob at the enemy. As for armor, foot soldiers in the 3rd century typically wore lorica hamata, a bronze and iron chainmail shirt which offered great protection against slashes and cuts, just not so much against the stabbing. In addition, you were given a scutum, a large wooden round shield for protection against projectiles and parrying the enemy so you can scoot them back. You also have to protect your dome, so make sure you grab a helmet. In addition to protecting your melon, these also protected the back of your neck as well as your precious cheeks with tieable cheek guards. Now, you're
Okay. What do you mean by cheeks? Huh? Clarify to me. I mean, not clarify. I mean, like, explain. Like, come on. Explain to me. What do you mean by cheeks? You know? Are you talking about cheekbone? You talking about cheekbone? Then all right.
ready to fight. Time to head west to the front lines. Since it's the year 250, the Roman Empire faces a terrifying foe. The Goths. Truly barbaric people that have the gall to invade the Roman Empire. For the sake of brevity, they hate you because they ain't you. So their goal is to take everything you have. Just as long as they're back in time for their moms to pick them up from the mall. You spot one of their many headquarters in the distance, but you'll never break through their front line. Unless you're able to build up enough speed, but how? There! Can you do this? Yes, you have to. For the Empire. Carefully position yourself, turn around, and... Oops, wrong angle.
Just say when, sir.
Well, YouTube, that was actually a pretty good video. I'm not gonna lie. I actually enjoyed watching that video. Really don't gotta say much saying to that video, but all I gotta say, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Try to roll to 100K subscribers. All I gotta say. I really don't gotta say much to say, but Shadow Storm X3S.
Free audio post-production by Alphonic.com.